always a beautiful rendition of the national anthem played here at the main gym here in Sulphur Springs.
Now introducing first, the visiting Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks.
And we'll start, the PA will start with the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks.
Number 4, Julianne Naples. Number 6, Haley Tilbury. Number 7, Reese Gibbs. Number 8, Harley O'Neill. Number 9, Sarah Hell. Number 10, Emma Pimpy. Number 11, Jazz Mosley. Number 12, Allie. Number 13, Tamaya Brooks. Number 14, Abigail Pimpy. Number 15, Madison Carpenter. Number 22, Kenzie Williams. Number 3, Lexi Snyder. And now introducing your home team, Sulphur Springs Ladycat. Number 1, Paris Native. Number 2, Brooklyn Burnside. Number 3, Messiah Billion. Number 4, Peyton Hammock. Number 5, AJ Dodd. Number 6, Lainey Hurst. Number 7, Ellie Kate Daniel. Number 8, Andrew Spear. Number 9, Molly Maker. Number 10, Kinsley Smallwood. Number 11, Crimson Bryant. Number 12, Mary Taylor. Number 13, Madison Wall. Number 15, Cassie Hurley. The Ladycats are coached by head coach Bailey Dorner, assisted by Jared Hammond, David Brillo, and Shay Shaker. Good luck, ladies.
And with that, both teams have been introduced here in the main gym at Sulphur Springs High School as both teams wish each other good luck before getting set to get this game underway. I did not mention that the Pleasant Grove Hawks are led by coaches. Main coach Amy Colvins, and assistant coaches Paige Gray and Rebecca Collum. So now that both teams have huddled, the Ladycat starting lineup has already taken the floor, starting with, we've got number 15, Caslin Hurley, number 13, Aston Wall, number 3, Messiah Dugan, and in the back we've got senior Brooklyn Burnside, Lainey Hurst, and number 4, Peyton Hammock. So again, should be a good game between two very strong teams, and one thing's for sure about both these teams, they will not go down easily, as demonstrated by Coach Bailey Dorner's team last Friday when they were down not only 0-1, but 2-1 as well. In fact, in that game on Friday versus the Edgewood Lady Bulldogs, the Ladycats volleyball team lost set 1 22-25 before taking set. They lost set 1 22-25 before taking set 2 25-14, and then they lost set 3 to find themselves behind 2-1 at 14-25. But then from there was all Ladycats all the time in the SSHS main gym last Friday, as they won set 4 and 5, 25-16 and 15-3, respectively. So, as I was saying, Coach Bailey Dorner's team always knows when to kind of kick it into the next gear and fight, and that's something that a coach like Bailey Dorner, with lots of playoff experience coaching these Ladycats over the years, has instilled in these teams, is perseverance and a will to fight, as Peyton Hammock's the first to serve in the game. On its way. Nice dig there. And Caslin Hurley with a nice dig, but Peyton Hammock is just able to get to it. Then Lainey Hurst sends it back over. Big spike there, but it won't be done, as Caslin Hurley provides a successful block. Addison Wall sent it back over. Nice dig there. Libero for Pleasant Grove hits it back over. Peyton Hammock sets it up. Caslin Hurley with the spike, and it's out of bounds. Too much power on that one, as it will give the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, the visiting team here in this contest, a 1-0 lead to get this game underway. So not a bad effort by either team, as the libero, number 33, Lexi Snyder, is set to serve. Sends it over. Lainey Hurst sends it back. I'm sorry, Messiah Dugan sends it back. Spike incoming. It just made it inbounds, so it'll be enough for a Lady Hawk point. And just like that, the Lady Hawks have scored 2 straight to get this set 1 underway between the Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs and the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks volleyball teams. So Sulphur Springs and Coach Dorner's team will no doubt not want to give up another point as the libero for Pleasant Grove sends it over again. Snyder. Nice dig there by Hurst. Hurley with a free ball. And a perfect control of it as she's able to get a point for Sulphur Springs and to break the 2 straight points that the visiting Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks volleyball team were able to get. And the Lady Cats now have themselves their first point as libero. Paris Pickett sends it over. And not a bad dig there for number 10 for Pleasant Grove. That's Emma Bomke. But not the dig that she wanted as the back hitter was just not able to get to it in time. Libero digs it. Another nice set. And she was just able to get it over. Number 10, Pickett digs. And Hurley, I'm sorry, that was Wall, tries to get a nice spike, but she did not have quite the elevation that she wanted on that one and thus sends it into the net, giving the Pleasant Grove Hawks another point. And it will be 2-3, Pleasant Grove Hawks. And a hitting violation against the Lady Cats. So we'll be 2-4 in favor of the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Pleasant Grove sends it over. Addison Wall digs it. And Burnside sends it back over. Nice effort there by Pleasant Grove to not let Brooklyn get any points against them. She instills a lot of confidence in this team as Hurley sends it back over. Spike incoming. And Peyton Hammock with a nice dig. And Addison Wall just did not have the control she wanted as she kind of palmed it almost. And Paris Pickett just could not do anything with it as it became another point for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. 2-5 the lead now for Pleasant Grove. And number 2, Adie Kohler sends it over and just bounces over the net. And Addison Wall kind of stuttered there. And once she had waited, it was already too late as number 2 will yet again send it over for Pleasant Grove and just narrowly makes it inside the box as that's another point for Pleasant Grove. And just like that, they find themselves with a 5-point lead over the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats here in the main gym at Sulphur Springs. A tough team Coach Bailey Dorner and her squad will be playing today as number 2 sends it over yet again for Pleasant Grove. And Kansley Smallwood with a nice hit back over. And not the kind of hit number 6 for Pleasant Grove was wanting for. Kaylee Tilbury as she she hit it on her side, so it will be a point for the Lady Cats, and now it is a 4-point lead for Pleasant Grove at 7-3. So with that, the Lady Cats volleyball team will be serving, and it will be number 9, Molly Maker. Elevated spike, sends it over. Number 6 with a big hit, but Paris Pickett is there to get it, and Pickett sends it back over. Ooh. And that's 3 hits against the Lady Cats as it quickly hit Castle and Hurley, and her and Brooklyn Burnside tried to make something of it, but before they knew it, they had already too many hits on the ball, and thus a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Or not, it will be a point for the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats. So with that, it will be 4-7, a 3-point lead for Pleasant Grove. Maker again serving. Nice dig there by number 15, but not the dig she wanted as no players were able to come up with it in time and give another point for the Lady Cats. That's 3 straight for Coach Bailey Dorner's team as they now trail just by 2 at 5-7. And way too much control over there, but somehow able to get it over the net. Brooklyn Burnside able to set it, and with a big spike, Molly Maker sends it back, rejecting the block. And that might have been a 2-hit violation, but they'll let it play, but it will be out of bounds against the Pleasant Grove Hawks, so it will be a point for Sulphur Springs. And now it will be 4-8. So after some talk between the refs and the Pleasant Grove Hawk coach, Mulvins, it will be a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. So 4-8, a 4-point deficit for the Ladycats as Pleasant Grove sends it over. Looking Burnside with a big spike. And that's a point, an ace for Burnside. And it will once again decrease the lead to 3 for Pleasant Grove, as they will no doubt not try to lose any momentum here against a Ladycat team that, again, doesn't know when to quit. Out of bounds. A big hit by number 12 for Pleasant Grove there. Hallie Liffam, but not the hit that she was wanting, as it is out of bounds and a point for the Ladycats. 2-point lead for Pleasant Grove as the Ladycats send it over. Libero with a big spike, but she did not get the elevation she wanted on that one, as it goes right into the net, and as a result is a point for the Ladycats. They now find themselves leading only by 1 here, after leading by as much as 5 at 2-7, but now the Ladycats trail by only 1, as Pleasant Grove sends a ball, but it goes out of bounds. And so with that, the game is tied 8-8 after the Ladycats trailed by 5 to start out this set. But just as quickly, the Pleasant Grove Hawks were able to strike again, giving themselves the lead at 8-9. So will be number 8 for Pleasant Grove. That's Harley O'Neill on her first serve of the night. Molly Maker with a dig. Burnside sends it over, out of bounds though. And that's an 8-10 lead, 2 points deficit for the Ladycats volleyball team, as number 8 set to send it back over. Harley O'Neill again. Molly Maker digs it. Hammock sets it up. And Burnside is able to get a nice hit, and just as nice of a recovery by number 8 for Pleasant Grove, as she's able to dig it and put the ball back in play. But Ladycats with the ball at the moment, and sends it right back over to Pleasant Grove. Number 12 trying to get a spike to get a point. Molly Maker with the dig. AJ Dodd sets, and Pickett sends it over. Lots of hits going on here as this set's really going back and forth, and AJ Dodd's just not able to get there in time, as a nice impressive kill there. But it will be a 3-point deficit for the Ladycats volleyball team. They trail by 3 again. They trail 8-11 here in the SSHS main gym, as O'Neill is set to send it over again, but that's out of bounds and will be a point for the Ladycats. So that'll be her last time serving, as she is subbed out for libero number 33, Lexi Snyder. A few more substitutions made, but Burnside will be serving for the Ladycats. Jump serve on its way. Nice dig by number 7 to keep the ball in play. Libero sends it way out of bounds, and that will be another point for the Ladycats. They once again trail by 1 at 10-11 here in set 1. Burnside serving yet again. Sends it over. And Snyder tries to get a piece of it, but nowhere near the one she wanted, so it goes backwards. And ties the game up again, this time at 11-11. Most recently, the game was tied at 8-8, but the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks were able to score 3 straight. And then the Ladycats of Sulphur Springs were able to score 3 straight to tie it up at 11-11. Burnside serving. Sends it over. And they send it back over. Burnside trying to get something of it, but it goes way back into the home bench, so it will be a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Gives them the lead once again, this time at 11-12. We might have a real nail-biting 5-set thriller if this continues, as each time one team starts getting momentum, the other comes to take it right back, as Pleasant Grove sends it over. And Dugan with her first hit of the night, and she sends it right into the libero, Snyder, who sets it up. 12 sends it back over. Pickett with the dig. Burnside's hit coming up. And that looks like maybe it might have been more than 3 hits, but it will stay in play as Dugan sends it back over, and Snyder sends it backwards again. But a nice recovery by number 10, and then an even better recovery by number 12 to get it back over. 11, Bryant sends it over. This ball is not going to hit the floor, at least anytime soon, it would look like, as Maker sends it back over. Libero Snyder sets it up. And a hit coming up. Ooh. And right past A.J. Dodd. It was a little too quick for her, as that ball had some velocity, and gives the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks another point at 11-13. They lead here in the main gym of Sulphur Springs High School. A 2-point deficit for the Lady Cats volleyball team. And, well, if the current pattern persists, then the Pleasant Grove Hawks will score a point on this one, and then the Lady Cats will score 3 of their own coming up. So, as Burnside with a nice hit is able to kind of wedge it between some blockers, as that goes out of bounds, and it will instead be a Lady Cat point. So once again, a 1-point deficit for the home Lady Cats against the Pleasant Grove Hawks, as some more substitutions are made. And with that, Kinsley Smallwood, Messiah Dugan, and Peyton Hammock are up at the front. Lainey Hurst sends it over. And Hurst sending it to the Eagles' nest. Kinsley Smallwood sending it over. And wow, just narrowly makes the corner there, as it will be a point for the Lady Cats. And once again, a tie at 13-13. This is the third tie of the game. First 8-8, then 11-11, now 13-13. So I can guarantee you whoever wins this set might feel like that they, as Pleasant Grove sends it out of bounds for another Lady Cats point. That is the first Lady Cats lead of this game at 14-13. But whoever wins this set may just feel like they stole it, as Hurst sends it back over. Or they could feel like they earned it, because this is a hard-fought match. As Hurst, with a nice hit at the last second, Pickett sends it back over. Libero Snyder digs it. And Hurst sends it sky high, and Kinsley Smallwood the free ball. But number 12 for Pleasant Grove sends it back over. Kinsley Smallwood really fighting, but she did not get the dig that she wanted, as it kind of went the opposite direction she was hoping for, towards the antenna and the, I guess what you can consider the away side, perhaps home side, but either way, it will be a point for Pleasant Grove and tied up at 14-14, as on the serve, Pleasant Grove sends it out of bounds. And it will once again be a lead for the Lady Cats, their second lead of the night. First, just moments ago at 14-13, and now at 15-14. Peyton Hammock of the Lady Cats is set to serve. Sends it over, and that's out of bounds. Too much mustard on that one, as it will yet again tie the game up at 15-15. Just like that. As I was mentioning earlier, a real back and forth affair. No pun intended. As Snyder with a nice kill there. Lainey Hurst just could not get the piece that she wanted of it, and it will give the Pleasant Grove Hawks the lead again at 15-16. This is their first lead since leading 13-11. As Pleasant Grove sends it over. Hurst with the dig. Caslin sends it over. And pretty impressive dig there by number 12. Free ball coming over, and not in time for Paris Pickett to come down with it, as just like that, the Pleasant Grove Hawks lead by 2 at 15-17. Here in set 1, the libero for Pleasant Grove, number 33, Lexi Snyder, set to serve and sends it again into the net. It's not her first serving error of this set 1. But Coach Baylor and her team will be all too grateful to take it, as they now find themselves just behind by 1 at 16-17 as the Lady Cats send it over. That's the libero, Paris Pickett, as she's able to get a kill and give the Lady Cats a tie yet again, this time at 17-17. A real nail-biter we've got transpiring here in the first set, folks. And number 2 with an incredible spike. Caslin Hurley sends it up. Peyton Hammock sends it back over. 12 sets it up. And a nice hit there, but not the hit that they were hoping for, as the Lady Cats still have possession. And an impressive couple of digs by the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks to keep this ball alive. Hammock sets it up, and Burnside sends it over. Nice recovery by Pleasant Grove, as they are still trying to keep this ball alive, but number 10, that's Emma Boonk, sends it right into the net, and it will be a point for the Lady Cats and give them the lead at 18-17. Libero Paris Pickett sends it over, and Snyder doesn't get the best control she wanted on that dig. Hurley on an impressive dig, And then Peyton Hammock sends it over. Pleasant Grove have the ball, and they send it out of bounds. Or so I believe, but it will be a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks, as it must have bounced off of the Ladycat there to go out of bounds. But once again, it is a tie at 18-18. That is the 7th tie of this set one. Number 2, Naples sends it over. Hurst with the dig. Hammock sets it up, and Pickett sends it over with power. And Burnside with an amazing kill there. Wow. As that will be a 19-18 Ladycats lead here in set one, as both teams fighting tooth and nail to win this back and forth nail-biting set one, as it could make all the difference in the result of this game. Malie Maker sends it over with the serve. That's number 2 again, sending it over. Kohler. And Burnside sends it over, and not in time for the libero, Lexi Snyder, to come down with it. So it will be a 2-point lead for the Ladycats here in set one, 20-18, as they are just a mere 5 points away from taking set one over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. Maker sends it over on the serve. Ooh, and a powerful spike there by number 6 for Pleasant Grove, Kaylee Tilbury. And it will make the deficit 1 point for the Lady Hawks, as they now trail 20-19. Sends it over. Burnside with the dig. Hammock. Hurley sending it back. And an impressive kill there. Very impressive, as the Ladycats lead again by 2 at 21-19, as they're looking to keep their foot on the gas and make their way through this first set. But it looks like they have called a timeout for the Pleasant Grove Hawks, so we'll take a break with them, and we'll be back after just a few moments. Just one. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs, as we've got Ladycats Volleyball hosting the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. There's about 10 seconds left on the clock here, as Pleasant Grove just took a timeout. But the timeout has been concluded, as both of these teams are ready to finish set one. The Ladycats lead here 21-19 in a real back and forth affair, with neither team wanting to give up momentum, as AJ Dodd with an impressive kill. Lots of kills in this set one for the Ladycats, and I'm sure Coach Dorner will be all too happy to talk about it after this game when we speak to her. AJ Dodd sends it over yet again with the serve. And Pickett with a dig. Hammock, and then Malie Maker tries to send it over, but did not have the altitude on that one, as it goes into the net just below the... but it will be a point for Pleasant Grove. They trail by 2, 22-20 here in set one. And she sends it into the net. That's number 8, Harley O'Neill. So with that, the Ladycats now lead by 3. And that is, without a doubt, their biggest lead of set one against Pleasant Grove, as the libero sends it way into the stands. No way anyone was going to get a piece of that, as now the Ladycats are just 1 point away from winning set one against the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here in the SSHS main gym, as they lead here 24-20 in set one. Brooklyn Burnside serving, see if she can end this here. But it goes straight to the libero, who makes a nice dig. And Malie Maker with a nice save, and Hammock with the free pass. Another free pass from Pleasant Grove. Hammock sends it back over with another free pass, as both teams trying to catch each other off balance. Maker with a dig. Crimson Bryant finishes set one, as number 2 is not able to come down with it. Caller, and that will be a 25-20 set one win for the Ladycats volleyball team, as they put their pedal to the metal here at the end of set one and take it 25-20 over a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks team that just would not go away. So again, that is a set one victory for the Lady Cats volleyball team. And we've got about 2.5 minutes before set two commences. So we're going to take a break and hear from our sponsors, but we'll be back in a little while. Yeah, that should be good. Hey, James, I think they're about to get back underway. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs as we just concluded set one to the tune of a 25-20 Lady Cats set one win over the visiting Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. It was a tough contest between these two teams as both teams fought tooth and nail to secure some kind of momentum and take set one with the early on the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks asserting their dominance at one point leading 7-2. But then from there it was a real back and forth affair with the Lady Cats never relenting. In fact, it was a very tight set until the end when the Lady Cats were able to pull away and win 25-20. The highest lead for either team besides that 2-7 lead for Pleasant Grove was a 3-point lead for Sulphur Springs. Of course, they won by 5 in set one. But we're ready to get set two underway as Libero, Lexi Snyder sends it back over, and it looks like Lainey Hurst maybe didn't get a piece of it, but she did get enough to send it back over. And Libero, Paris Pickett with a nice fight to get to the ball, but not the dig she was hoping for as Addison Wall was kind of caught looking on that one. So the first point of set two goes to the Lady Hawks. Snyder sends it back over with the serve. And Dugan with an impressive kill. That will be the first point for Sulphur Springs here in set two. And as far as I know, that might be the first point for Dugan on the night as well. I'm sure Coach Bailey Dorner is all too happy to have her on the lineup as Hammock is serving now. Sends it over. No serving error that time as the Pleasant Grove Hawks start to send it back over, but an impressive block from Dugan and Hurley to send it back over. Pleasant Grove sends it back over. Libero, Paris Pickett with the dig. And wow, just able to make the weak side corner. The far corner is Caslin Hurley able to get some points and give the Lady Cats a 2-1 lead. 2 straight points for Coach Bailey Dorner's team starts at 2. As Hammock will be serving yet again. Sends it over right to the Libero, Snyder, and number 12 try to catch a fast one on the Lady Cats, but Dugan is really impressing me to start set two. She has a really good net presence. I'll no doubt be talking to Coach Bailey Dorner about that after this game as Snyder's able to dig it for Pleasant Grove. But then Hurst is able to dig it, keep it in play. Libero, Paris Pickett sends it over. Just did not have the hit that she wanted on that one as it will be out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk point. The Lady Hawks now trail by 1 here in set 2, 3-2. Naples sends it over and just narrowly makes it inside the box as Lainey Hurst just wasn't quite prepared for that one, and it will tie the score in set 2, 3-3, the first tie of the second set. So Naples, Julianne Naples, set to serve again for Pleasant Grove, sends it over. Hurst ready that time. Let's see what Dugan can do. And an impressive kill as it kind of wedges between the blockers again of Pleasant Grove. And results in a point as it, like a waterfall, just kind of trickled down and fell to the floor. So a point for the Lady Cats. They now lead 4-3. Libero Paris Pickett with the serve. And a nice dig there from Pleasant Grove to keep the ball alive. But once again, goes screaming past Lainey Hurst. And ties the game up at 4-4. So after the Lady Cats were able to score three of the four first points here in set two, it is now tied twice in the last two of the three last serves. Pleasant Grove sends it over. And Burnside with an impressive kill. Lots of kills in this game here early for the Lady Cats, as we are only really getting underway with set two here, and I would imagine there's probably close to a dozen kills for this team. But serving now for the Lady Cats is Molly Maker as she sends it over. And libero Snyder sends it over. Hammock digs. Let's see if Bryant can do something with it. Big hit incoming, as that will be out of bounds and a Lady Cat point. So the lead has increased to 2 here for Coach Bailey Dorner's team, as they now lead 6-4. Serving in is Maker. Sends it over. And Snyder tried to call out, but oh boy. That one went into the Angels' nest, and then they were able to send it over, but over out of bounds. So it will be yet another point for the Lady Cats. That's 3 straight for Coach Dorner's team. As much like the end of set 1, the Lady Cats kind of starting to find a rhythm here and able to score some points and build some momentum. Maker yet again serves. Nice dig there by number 7 to keep it alive, and a free pass is too quick for Crimson Bryant, who tried to come over from the far side of the net and wasn't there in time, and as a result will give up a point to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. 7-5 the lead for the Lady Cats volleyball team. As O'Neill serves it, Burnside digs, and Burnside serves, but kind of sends it into the net and right into a blocker. So it will be a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks, as they've now scored 2 straight and now trail by only 1 here in set 2 at 7-6. Pleasant Grove sends it over. Pickett with the dig. Hurley with the hit. And hits it right over to 7. Number 12 sends it over. And they're still... Oh, but looks like maybe Pleasant Grove could do something with it and send it back over to the Lady Cats, but number 8, Hurley O'Neill, sends it into the net, so it will be an 8-6 lead for the Lady Cats. As Reagan Spear will be now serving for the Sulphur Springs. Set to serve. Spear sends it over to Snyder. Pleasant Grove quickly sends it back over, and that's number 12, Hallie Liffam, but she sends it way out of bounds. Back towards the serving line, so it will be 2 straight points for the Lady Cats. They now lead by 3 here, as Spear sends it back over. Yet again over to Snyder. And number 9 try to get something going with it, but a couple of weird hits that I think none of them were really expecting, and kind of just let it fall to the ground mercilessly. But the Lady Cats now lead by 4 here in set 2, as they lead the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks 10-6, as Pleasant Grove takes a timeout. So we'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be back here shortly. Just one, please. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs High School, as the Lady Cats volleyball team are taking on the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. It's been a real back and forth affair up to this point, as the buzzer's about to sound, getting action here in the second set back underway. But as I mentioned previously in set 1, it was a very back and forth affair, no pun intended, as both teams fought tooth and nail to not give up any momentum. But ultimately it was the Lady Cats volleyball team who pulled away at the end of set 1, and have started to kind of inch ahead of the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here in set 2, as they now lead 10-6. Reagan Spear serving for the Lady Cats. And big spike as Crimson Bryant and Brooklyn Burnside were able to send it right back, and the Pleasant Grove Hawks were just not ready for that. Lady Cats now lead by 5 here in set 2, 11-6. Ooh, an impressive serve there from number 4 for Pleasant Grove. That's Julianne Naples. As Lady Cats volleyball team were just not ready for that one. And as a result, it is a point for Pleasant Grove. They now trail by 4, 11-7. As 14, Abigail Baumke will be serving for the first time tonight as Brooklyn Paris Pickett digs. And Burnside sends it over. Number 12 sends it right back. Malie Maker with the dig. Bryant sends it over. Nice hit there, but not nice enough to catch the Pleasant Grove offense off balance, defense off balance, as Bryant sends it over yet again. And this one goes into the Eagles' nest. And wow, an impressive free-handed block there by Brooklyn Burnside as number 12, Hallie Liffram, sends it back over out of bounds and gives the Lady Cats yet again a 5-point lead at 12-7. A very impressive set on that one as Brooklyn Burnside sends it over. Nice setup there by Pleasant Grove trying to catch the Lady Cats off balance, but it will not work as Peyton Hammond punches it back over. Ooh, an impressive hit there as Malie Maker sends it sky high in the opposite direction. The Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks now trail by 4 here in set 2. And will no doubt be trying to keep up what they've had going here, at least in that last one, as they trail by 4 here, 12-8 here in set 2, and will no doubt be trying to steal this set 2 from the Lady Cats so that they can not be staring down the barrel of a defeat, in which they would be down 2-0. Lady Cats send it back over. And Dugan, another impressive block. Tell you what, Messiah Dugan is on fire tonight. Very impressive from what I've seen from her up to this point. Lainey Hurst set to serve, sends it over. Number 12 trying to do something with it. And will they be able to get something with it? Wow. 2 awry Lady Cats passes. And so 3 hits by the Lady Cats, and it will be a point for the Lady Hawks. So 13-9, a 4-point deficit for the visiting Lady Hawks as libero Snyder sends it back over. Peyton Hammond with the dig. Dugan with the set, and she tried to get something with it, but just not the dig that she wanted as it kind of caught her off balance. And so with that, it will be a 13-10 lead for the Lady Cats as 2 straight points for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. Addison Wall trying to do her best to kind of stymie this momentum, but it will not matter as 3 hits and a kick from the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks gives the Lady Cats a point. Back up to a 4-point lead for Coach Bailey Dorner's team. Peyton Hammock now serving for the Lady Cats. Sends it over, and Snyder gets a piece of it, but kind of hit her on the wrong part of the arm as it looked like it might have hit her in the kind of knuckle joint. Sends it backwards, but it will be a point for the Lady Cats. They lead by 5, 15-10. Hammock serving again. Oh, and they really caught the Lady Cats off guard, but the Lady Cats were able to send it back over all the same. Ooh, and right in front of Paris Pickett. She was not ready for that one, as it will be a 4-point deficit, 15-11 for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. And we'll see what happens here now that O'Neill sends it over. Or I'm sorry, that's Kohler. And another point for the Lady Hawks. So 2 straight points for Coach Mulvin's team. As yet again, Addie Kohler will be serving for Pleasant Grove. Sends it over. Nice and powerful hit, but too powerful as it goes out of bounds back towards the serving line. And it will be a point for the Lady Cats, back up to a 4-point lead here in set 2. Lady Cats lead in this contest 16-12 as they send it back over. They lead 1-0 over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks as Wall's able to get a piece of it. Brooklyn sends it back over, and a nice kill as that is back up to a 5-point lead for Lady Cats. It was such a nice kill there that both number 2, Addie Kohler, and the libero for Pleasant Grove, Lexi Snyder, it literally split them. Lexi Snyder literally did the splits on the floor. But libero Paris Pickett serves. Hits it skyward. Looks like two players might have gotten a piece of it, but Addison Wall able to dig it. And ooh, an impressive free pass from Peyton Hammock to catch them off guard and make it a 6-point lead for the Lady Cats over the Pleasant Grove Hawks here in set 2. Now a reminder, if the Lady Cats were to win this set as Paris Pickett serves. Ooh, not the digs that they were hoping for, but able to get it over. And wow, another impressive setup by Peyton Hammock as Brooklyn Burnside's able to send it over, but caught just between Brooklyn Burnside and Castle and Hurley for the point, and an 18-13 5-point deficit for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. So Reese Gibbs will be serving now for Pleasant Grove. Sends it over. Libero Paris Pickett digs, and Burnside. That is an amazing kill. That ball had so much velocity. As it's back up to a 6-point lead for the Lady Cats volleyball team as they lead 19-13. Just a mere 6 points away from taking set 2. And would put the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks in a real bind as they would have to win set 3 if they want to keep this contest going. Molly Maker sends it over, and just able to send it over the net as it will be a point for the Lady Cats volleyball team. The Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks were really thinking that ball was not going to make it over the edge, but so as a result, it fell to the ground. Maker sends it back over again. And wow, a nice hit by Harley O'Neill, but an even more impressive block by Bryant and Burnside to give yet another point for the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats as they lead by 8 here, 21-13 here in set 2 as they've very quickly found their stride and are forcing the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks to take their second timeout of this second set as they trail 21-13 here in set 2 as they will try their best to rebound, win this set, and well, hopefully not be staring down the barrel of a 2-0 defeat. So we'll be right back. Just one. And welcome back to the main gym here at Sulphur Springs High School as we've got Lady Cats volleyball. They're hosting the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks as the buzzer you just heard is us coming out of a timeout as the Lady Cats lead big here in set 2, 21-13. As they very much so found their stride, scored several of the last points, but Molly Maker serving for the Lady Cats. And just able to make it. Or I'm sorry, I was about to say just about to make it inside, but that was not the case as it will be inside and a point for the Lady Cats. A 22-13 lead for Sulphur Springs as Molly Maker set to serve. Sends it right to the libero, Lexi Snyder. Ooh, and number 7, Ladycat Dodd, not able to get the hit she wanted as she sends it backwards. 22-14, the lead for the Lady Cats here in set 2. So number 8, Harley O'Neill will be serving for Pleasant Grove as she sends it over. Pickett with the dig. Kinsley Smallwood with the free pass, but not quick enough as the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks is able to get to it. Sends it back over, but it's out of bounds. Another point for Sulphur Springs. Now it is 23-14. Lady Cats lead by almost 10 here in set 2. As, again, they've scored several of the last points. Landry Spears serving for Sulphur Springs, but she sends it into the net. A point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. So number 14, Abigail Boemke, serving for Pleasant Grove. Hammock with the high dig, but they send it out of bounds. So another point for Sulphur Springs. if they can keep the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks from scoring before the Lady Cats score one more point, they will have won set 2 by 10 as Burnside serves. Nice dig there. Oh, and sends it the wrong way. Number 7 for Pleasant Grove, Reese Gibbs, hits it to her own side of the court, and it will be a point for the Lady Cats and a 25-15 set 2 win over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here in set 2, as the Lady Cats volleyball team are only one set win away from winning this game versus the Pleasant Grove Lady Cats. So when we return, we will talk about what it will take for the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats to win set 3 and win this match to the tune of a sweep of the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs as the Lady Cats volleyball team are about set to get set 3 underway as they are leading big over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. A real back and forth affair in set 1 and something similar in set 2 as the Lady Hawks were able to score were able to score the game's first 2 points, eventually taking a 7-2 lead over the Lady Cats before both teams really kind of like a rocking chair, just sent the momentum back and forth. But the Lady Cats were able to eventually pull away, winning 25-20 in set 1. And then set 2, at the beginning, the onset looked to be kind of more of the same as both teams were trading blows early. But then the Lady Cats found their groove and then rode that momentum all the way to a 25-15 set 2 win as the Lady Cats volleyball team were able to score the Lady Cats volleyball team were able to score 10 of the last 13 points in set 2 to cruise to a much easier 25-15 set 2 win. And so to begin set 3, Peyton Hammock will be serving for the Lady Cats. Number 15, the Pleasant Grove sends it over. Nice dig there from Paris Pickett. Hurley sends it back over, and that's out of bounds. Too much mustard on that one, as the first point here in set 3 goes to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. They'll have to do something similar to what they did in set 1, where they were able to score 9 of the game's first 10 points if they want to win set 3 and force a set 4. So that just narrowly makes it out of bounds. Nice hit there by Addison Wall, but just didn't quite have the landing spot that she wanted it to, as the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, just like set 1, lead by 2 here to begin set 3. 2-0. Dugan sends it over and is able to bounce it off the net. Sends it back over. Snyder able to send it over for Pleasant Grove. Castle and Hurley sends it over. And number 7 for Pleasant Grove able to kind of bloop it over. Ooh, and Addison Wall with a nice kind of punch of the ball right into the blockers that caught them off balance, to the tune of a point for the Lady Cats, their first point of set 2 as they trail 1-2. But libero and senior Paris Pickett serving now as she sends it over to Snyder. Number 8, Harley O'Neill able to send it over just over the blockers for Lady Cats. Addison Wall right into the blockers. Peyton Hammock with a free pass, and yet again catches them by surprise, and we'll tie it up at 2-2, the first tie here in set 3, and the first tie since the game was tied at 4-4 in set 2. So you really kind of get an idea of the Lady Cats and their dominance in set 2 as Pickett serves. Pleasant Grove, a very powerful hit as Harley O'Neill, I'm sorry, that's Kohler, just not getting the hit that she wanted, as that ball had some sauce on it. Way out of bounds, and a point for the Lady Cats. Libero Paris Pickett serving again. Kohler sending it over. and right into the blockers, as it will be a point for the Lady Hawks. So a 3-3 tie here in set 3 as Addie Kohler serving for Pleasant Grove. Kohler sends it over. Oof. And Hammock had a pretty impressive dig, but not in the direction that Peyton Hammock and Addison Wall were hoping for, as it goes out of bounds and will be a point for the Lady Hawks. 3-4. Kohler yet again serving, and Hurst able to get a dig. And Burnside trying to get a free pass over, but the blockers for the Lady Hornets were there to block it and send it right back for a point for the Lady Hawks and a 5-3 lead over the Lady Cats here at set 3. Kohler serving yet again. Libero Paris Pickett, dig. And Burnside with a nice hit over, but just an equal hit from Pleasant Grove as Paris Pickett's able to send it back over. Pleasant Grove with the ball now. Lainey Hurst with a nice dig. Burnside with the kill, or at least an attempted kill, as Snyder's able to dig it. Pickett with the dig. And Addison Wall tries to get a nice spike of it, but it goes right into the net. So just like that, the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here in set 3 have found a rhythm kind of similar to set 1, as they are leading here 6-3 over the Lady Cats volleyball team. Kohler serving again. Wall with the dig. And Peyton Hammock and Castle and Hurley ran into each other. As, well, we're really getting close to set 1 here, as the Lady Hawks lead 7-3 over the Lady Cats volleyball team. Kohler serving yet again as she sends it into the net, so that will end her streak of serving and will give a point to the Lady Cats. Lady Cats trail here in set 3, 4-7 early. And just like that, the Lady Cats will get their first chance to serve since leading 3-2, and it will be Malie Maker serving. She sends it over. And the dig there by number 15 for Pleasant Grove. Madison Carper goes into the home bench. A point for the Lady Cats. 5-7, the Lady Cats trail. Maker again serving. As number 15's ready that time, Bryant sends it back over, and just too quick for that far side of the line. As the Lady Cats have scored 3 straight, now trail by only 1 here, as this is really starting to mirror the first set. Maker serving again, sends it over, and just makes the line. Wow, an impressive serve there, as the game is tied at 7. 4 straight points for Coach Bailey Dorner's volleyball team, as they have tied up set 3, 7-7. Maker set to serve for the 5th straight time. But that one's out of bounds and will be a point for the Lady Hawks, give them the lead at 7-8. And so now serving for Pleasant Grove will be number 7, Reese Gibbs. Gibbs sends it over the net. Paris Pickett with the dig. And Burnside with the impressive strike over that kind of catches the defender off guard. Hammock with the dig. Bryant sends it over, but that's out of bounds. Way too much sauce on that one. As will be another point for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks in their 2nd straight, as they lead here 9-7 here in set 3. Again, they will have to win this set if they wish to extend this game to a 4th set. Otherwise, if the Lady Cats come back and find some momentum, get their footing again, as Brooklyn Burnside sends it over, the Lady Cats will win this game to the tune of a sweep, as that just narrowly makes the box, as that's a 3rd straight point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks, as they lead by 3 here. Their biggest lead since, well, set 1. So with that is a 3-point lead for Pleasant Grove. And number 7, Gibbs sends it over. Castle and Hurley with the high set. And Paris Pickett just narrowly too much sauce on that one, as it goes over the line and gives the 4th straight point to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. That's Gibbs serving, and she serves back towards the serving line. So will be a point for the Lady Cats, and will not be a 5th straight point for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, and instead give the Lady Cats their first point since tying it up at 7-7. And they trail by 3 here in set 3 as Snyder with the dig. And Dodd with a nice dig. Bryant sends it over. Gibbs sets it up. And a nice block there from Brooklyn Burnside and Peyton Hammock to get a point for the Lady Cats. A much needed one, and that's their second straight as they now just trail by 2 to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, 9-11 here in set 3. AJ Dodd now serving for the Lady Cats. An impressive serve. And Harley O'Neill's able to get to it, but Peyton Hammock not able to get the hit that she wanted, and it falls rather awkwardly to the ground, and will make another point for the Lady Hawks as they trail by 3 again, 12-9 over the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats here in set 3. Harley O'Neill sends it over. Hammock with the set, and Bryant sends it over. Naples sends it over the net. And a nice kind of bloop over by the Lady Cats. Maker with the dig. And Burnside with a nice hit. Able to kind of catch a defender and make him fall to the ground in order to get the dig. Hammock with the set. Burnside, will she get the point? No. It'll go straight to a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk as they're able to keep it alive. Hammock with the set. Bryant with the serve. And another set. Wow. A nice dig there from Bryant, from Pickett to keep the ball alive. And this ball will not touch the ground as number 2, Kohler, is able to send it back over for Pleasant Grove. Burnside sends it over and right into 2 Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks on the back line, and they send it backwards for a Lady Cats volleyball team point. And they now just trail by 2 here in set 3, 10-12. So with that, serving will be Brooklyn Burnside, number 2 for the Lady Cats, as she sends it over the net. And a nice hit there to just get over Dugan there, as it will be a point for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. They lead 10-13. Serving now for Pleasant Grove is Abigail Bonke, as Dugan's able to get a nice dig, but not as nice as she wanted it to, as it went over the net and out of bounds. So a point for Pleasant Grove. Lady Cats now trail by 4 here, 10-14. Dugan with the dig. That one didn't go out of bounds. And now Dugan with the serve. It goes straight to a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk. And Burnside with a nice hit and sends it right back over the net. That has the crowd excited, as Peyton Hammock with the dig. Dodds with the serve, and Pickett sends it back over. Wow. And then, ball was sent over by Pleasant Grove just over to Crimson Bryant in time to catch her off balance and give the Lady Hawks one of their biggest leads of the night at 5 points, 10-15. But since the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks are able to find some momentum and lead by 5 here in set 3, Coach Bailey Dorner will take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Yes, sir. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs, as we've got the Lady Cats volleyball team hosting the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. The Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks lead here in set 3, 15-10, as they've already served. The Pleasant Grove Hawks had and already caught the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats off balance, as that's another point for Pleasant Grove out of the Sulphur Springs timeout, and they now lead 16-10. So 14, Abigail Bonke serving again, and Dodd with the dig. Hammock with the setup, but Bryant sends it with way too much power over to the away sideline, out of the box, and another point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. So it's becoming increasingly likely that this game will go to at least a 4th set, or a 4th set. as Hammock sets it up. And Dugan with an impressive kill. And that will be a point for the Lady Cats as they are starting, at least on that previous play, to chip into this Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk lead. The Lady Cats now trail by 6 at 11-17 here in set 3. And as a reminder, if they can win this set, then they will have won the game versus the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. As Lainey Hurst is able to get a nice kill there and make it 2 straight points for Coach Bailey Dorner's squad, and a 5-point deficit for the Lady Cats as Lainey Hurst is set to serve yet again. Sends it over the net, and Snyder sends it way back and up. And nowhere near for number 14, Abigail Bunke, to interact with it. As the best way to describe what just happened would be a pop-out in baseball. But with that, the Lady Cats volleyball team scored 3 straight, and 3 of the last 5 points coming out of the Sulphur Springs timeout to trail by 4 here in set 3. And with the momentum starting to shift the other way, Coach Mulvins of Pleasant Grove will call a timeout to talk with her squad. So we'll take a timeout too, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Yes, sir. And welcome back to the main gym as the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats are underway here in set 3. And a very impressive block there by Dugan and Kinsley Smallwood to get the scoring going coming out of the Pleasant Grove timeout. And another point for the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats. That is 4 straight points, 3 going into the Pleasant Grove timeout, and now 1 coming out of the timeout. And so now the Lady Cats only trail by 3 here as Lainey Hurst sends it over yet again. Kohler sends it out of bounds. Another point for the Lady Cats as the wheels are starting to come off for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here in set 3. As again, they were leading 17-10, but now only trail by 2 here in set 3. Or now only lead by 2 here in set 3 to the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats as Dugan is able to free pass send it over. And Kinsley Smallwood with the set. Pickett sending it over. Nice read there by number 14 to react to it, but not the block that Dugan and Hammock were hoping for, as it falls mercilessly to the Sulphur Springs side of the court and gives another point to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. It will break a streak of 5 straight points for the Lady Cats volleyball team. And now Pleasant Grove leads by 3, 18-15. Serving now is number 12, Hallie Liffen, as the ball falls weirdly to the ground. Lady Cats caught looking on that one. And so now the lead is back up to 4. So with that, it is a 19-15 lead for Pleasant Grove as Liffen sends it over. And a nice free pass from Hammock there, but not enough to catch them off guard. But a Pleasant Grove free pass does exactly that, catches them off guard and gives them a 5-point lead as they lead by 5 here yet again, 15-20 going into a Sulphur Springs timeout. So when we come back from a timeout, we'll see which team can keep the momentum going to a set 3 win. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I think they're about to get back underway if you just want to send it back. Sorry. Welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs as the Lady Cats volleyball team are fighting tooth and nail to chip into this lead here in set 3 for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. They went into a Sulphur Springs timeout, the Pleasant Grove Hawks did, leading 20-15, but coming out of the timeout, the Lady Cats were able to quickly get a point to make it 16-20, a 4-point deficit for the home Lady Cats versus the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, as another block does not go the way that Dugan and Hurley wanted, and falls yet again on the Sulphur Springs side of the court and gives a point for the Lady Hawks. So a 5-point lead yet again for Pleasant Grove as the libero 33, Lexi Snyder, sends it over. Caslin Hurley tries to bloop it over, but she's called for a 2-hands violation. And so a 6-point lead for Pleasant Grove. Lexi Snyder serves it. Lainey Hurst with a dig. And Hurley with a nice free pass, but not in time as libero Lexi Snyder is able to come back with it, send it back over. Kinsey Smallwood geared up for a nice pass, but it will touch the top, it will go off the fingertips of a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk and give the Lady Cats a point. The lead is 5 again for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks as libero Paris Pickett and senior is set to serve. Snyder with the dig. And a nice block there. But not the block that they were hoping for as it goes out of bounds. And it will be a Pleasant Grove Lady Hawk point. So now Pleasant Grove finds themselves just 2 points away from their first set win here in set 3 as they trail 2-0 over the Lady Cats. And potentially looks like maybe some Lady Cats on a serve that looks like it went out of bounds, maybe potentially was touched by a Lady Hawk, but that is not so as Lady Hurst digs it. Paris Pickett sends it over with a nice powerful hit, and right in between two players as the Lady Cats will not go down without a swing. And they trail by 6 here, 18-24. But the Lady Hawks are a mere 1 point away from winning set 3 and forcing a set 4 if the Lady Cats want to win in set 4. Malie Maker serving, and she sends it into the net. So that's a point for the Lady Hawks and a set 3 win as the Lady Hawks of Pleasant Grove are able to come back in set 2 and win a in set 3 and win a truly back and forth affair. And force a set 4 to see if the Lady Cats volleyball team can potentially beat the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks in 4 sets. So when we return, we will see if the Coach Bailey Dorner squad can't pull ahead and wrap this game up, or if the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks will continue to fight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. Yes, sir. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs as we've got Lady Cats volleyball. The Lady Cats volleyball team, after not having hosted a home game in almost a month last Friday, hosted the Edgewood Lady Bulldogs and won a 5-set thriller. And the Lady Cats volleyball team looked well on their way to victory here in set 2 as they won set 1 25-20 and then set 2 25-15 over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks to lead 2-0. But then the wheels kind of came off for the Lady Cats volleyball team as they found a lot of momentum early at 1 point leading. I'm sorry, that is not correct. They fought tooth and nail to kind of keep up with the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, but ultimately it was early mistakes on the Lady Cats volleyball team that allowed the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks to kind of keep moving forward, and a number of mistakes were made by the Lady Cats to give a set 3 win to Pleasant Grove as libero Lexi Snyder serves it over, and Lainey Hurst sends it backwards as the first point here in set 3 goes to the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. Hawks lead 1-0 here in set 4, and they trail in sets 2-1. Snyder sends it back over. Hurst with the dig. Peyton with the set. Wall sends it over. And hitting violation against the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, as that will be a point for Sulphur Springs, tied up at 1 apiece. The first tie here in set 4 at 1-1. Libero Paris Pickett serves. And a nice block there, I was going to say, by the Ladycats, but it falls out of bounds. So it will be a point for Pleasant Grove. They lead 2-1. Kohler sends it over for Pleasant Grove. Hammock sets it up, and Burnside with the kill. Very impressive kill by Burnside, as the score is once again tied up at 2-2. As it was tied just mere moments ago before the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks were able to take the lead. But thanks to a Brooklyn Burnside kill, it will be tied at 2-2. Malie Maker serving. Ooh. Now that was a deadly kill by Brooklyn Burnside. A 3-2 lead for Sulphur Springs as they take their first lead here in set 3. And they can thank Brooklyn Burnside for 2 of their 3 points here early with 2 kills. That's out of bounds from Malie Maker on the serve, so we'll be tied yet again at 3-3. So 3 ties here in set 4, as that was not the case in set 2. Well, they did have 3 ties, but that's all they'd manage, as Lady Hawks then found a way to pull ahead and win set 2 as Hammock sends it over the net. Ooh, and that was a deadly kill by number 8, Harley O'Neill. And it gives the Lady Hawks the lead at 3-4. And with that, Gibbs will send it back over. Burnside with an impressive kill. So the game's tied again, this time at 4-4. So both teams not wanting to give up an inch here, as no doubt the Coach Muldens of Pleasant Grove was talking to her team over the timeout as Hammock serves the ball over the net. Ooh, and another kill from Brooklyn Burnside. Wow. And a 5-4 lead for Sulphur Springs. So with that, Hammock will be serving. Sends the ball over the net. Gibbs sets it up. And an impressive block effort on Brooklyn Burnside's part, but falls somewhat awkwardly back onto the Sulphur Springs side of the court. So it will be a point for Pleasant Grove and a 5-5 tie here in set 4. Harley O'Neill serving. A high arching serve as Burnside looking for another kill, but too much mustard on that one as it goes out of bounds and gives the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks the lead at 5-6. Again, they trail 2-1 here in set 4. Harley O'Neill serves. Peyton with the set, and Kinsley Smallwood sends it over. Sends it back over for Pleasant Grove. And a nice little punch effort from Peyton Hammock there, but it will not be the hit that she wanted as it goes out of bounds. Another point for Pleasant Grove. Their lead has been stretched 2-2 here in set 4. 7-5 they lead over the Ladycats. Kinsley Smallwood with the dig. And Paris Pickett sends it over the net. Gibbs sets it up, and that's out of bounds. A point for the Ladycats, as I'm sure they're all too thankful for it, as the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks have been scoring a decent number of points here recently. In fact, that is the first point of the last 4 that was not scored by Pleasant Grove. So the Lady Hawks starting to find some find their footing here. And Malie Maker stares down a ball, and a smart move on her part because it just narrowly made it out of bounds and ties the game up at 7-7. Burnside with the powerful serve. And Hammock with the dig. Smallwood sends it over. Smallwood digs it. Hammock sets it up, and then Smallwood sends it over and just narrowly makes it out, doesn't make it inbound. So it will be a point for Pleasant Grove and a 7-8 lead for the Lady Hawks over the Sulphur Springs Ladycats. So we're getting something very similar here to set 1, in which both teams did not want to give up an inch of momentum early, but it took until the end of the set for a team to kind of break the streak. And an impressive hit there by number 7, Reese Gibbs, over to Caitlin Hurley's side of the court, and really caught her napping. And so will be a point for Pleasant Grove, and they trail by 2 here. I'm sorry, they lead by 2 here over the Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs. Hammock sets it over. Caitlin Hurley. Wow. The Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks are able to get something with it, as it looked like a very apparent Caitlin Hurley kill. But that time, it's all Caitlin Hurley all the time as she gets a point. And the Lady Cats now trail by 1 here yet again, 8-9. So some substitutions for the Lady Cats volleyball team, as Kinsley Smallwood and Molly Maker and Brooklyn Burnside all sub out. Coming in is Addison Wall. And Lainey Hurst with the serve. Lainey Hurst with the set. And Wall sends it over. And hit it just below the net, so it will be a hitting violation for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. And now the game is tied again at 9-9 here in set 4. The Lady Cats of Sulphur Springs lead 2-1 as Lainey Hurst sends it over the net. Wow, nice hit there by Kohler to send it over. But Addison Wall, let's see what she can do here, as it just narrowly misses the line. A point for Pleasant Grove. They have taken the lead yet again, this time at 10-9. And so we'll see what number 2, Hallie Liffam, can do from the serving line as she sends it over the net. I'm sorry, right into the net, as that is another point for Sulphur Springs. We are tied here again at 10-10. So the score is 10-10, and the game has been tied at 8 different points. So the real definition of a back-and-forth affair. As Dugan with a nice block. Snyder with the serve, as number 15 sends it over. Nice little free pass but Peyton with a nice serve. Pickett sends it over. Pleasant Grove with a hit, and Lainey Hurst with a nice vertical pass to get on top of it and send it over. And that will be a point for the Lady Cats as they take the lead at 11-10. AJ Dodd serving for the Lady Cats. Number 15 sends it over, right over to Paris Pickett. She would not be fooled on that one as she digs it, and Wall sends it back over. Ooh, and a free pass caught her slipping. Free pass from the Lady Hawks. Catches the Sulphur Springs Lady Cats off guard. Ties it up at 11. And Paris Pickett not giving up on it as the ball goes into the home bench as they send it back over. But Pleasant Grove sends it right back, but out of bounds. A point yet again for Sulphur Springs. The lead is 12-11, a 1-point lead or a 1-point deficit for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. As Paris Pickett will be serving for Sulphur Springs. And 2 players go in to hit the ball, but hit it right into the net. So another point for Sulphur Springs. A 13-11 lead as Pleasant Grove calls a timeout, and they realize that if they don't stop the bleeding now, that could be all for them in this match. So they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back here in a moment. Yes, sir. And welcome back to the main gym here in Sulphur Springs at Sulphur Springs High School as the Lady Cats volleyball team are hosting the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks in what will be definitively the Lady Cats' last district game of the season as Lainey Hurst serves. Paris Pickett serves, and Paris Pickett gets the kill. So coming out of the Pleasant Grove timeout, the Lady Cats are able to cash in early and make it a 3-point lead as Pickett serves. Lady Cats lead here 14-11, but now 14-12 as Paris Pickett and Lainey Hurst let a ball go in between them for a Lady Hawks point. a 2-point deficit for Pleasant Grove as number 2, Addie Kohler, is set to serve. Sends the ball over. High arching pass yet again. Pickett with the setup, and Burnside with the kill. A 3-point lead for Sulphur Springs, as they have scored 2 of the 3 points coming out of the Pleasant Grove timeout. And serving now for the Ladycats will be Malie Maker. Molly Maker sends it over. Just bounces off the net. Nice. And Burnside tries to get something, but she's able to block it right into the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, and they're not able to do anything with it in a timely manner, so it will be a point for the Ladycats. They now lead by 4 here, 16-12 over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. Maker serve. Right to the libero again, Snyder. Ooh. And impressive effort by number 15, Madison Carpenter, but she tried to do something fancy with it, send it back to her players so they could, to another player on the front line so they could try to send it over, but no one was on the same page, so it fell mercilessly to the ground. And a point for the Ladycats. They lead here 17-12. Paris Pickett with the dig. Payton sets it up. Kinsley Smallwood with the serve. And a nice block there from the Ladycats as Brooklyn Burnside and Peyton Hammock are able to get the better of a pass there. An attack there by number 12 and number 2 for Pleasant Grove. And it will be another point for Sulphur Springs as they've now scored 4 straight, as presumably it looks like the Ladycats volleyball team will be cruising to victory here in set 4, but we shall see. Pleasant Grove has the ball. And A.J. Dodd's able to set it up. Smallwood tries to send it over, but it hits the antenna on the top of the net. So it will be a point for Pleasant Grove. Ladycats still lead by 5 here at 18-13. Serving for Pleasant Grove is Reese Gibbs as she sends it over. Paris Pickett with a nice dig. Maker sends it over. And wow, an impressive block from Burnside. 2 impressive blocks, as one of them, the second one, results in a Ladycat point. They now lead by 6 here at 19-13. Some subs coming in for Coach Bailey Dorner's squad as A.J. Dodd subs out, and Lane Hurst as well. And coming in is, looks like Brooklyn Burnside and Peyton Hammock. Smallwood with the, wow. Some miscommunication there by the Ladycats volleyball team, as no one was there for the serve. So with that, it will be a point for the Lady Hawks, and they trail by 5 here at 19-14 to the Ladycats volleyball team. Serving for Pleasant Grove is Harley O'Neill. Hammock with the set, and Burnside with the kill. They lead by 6 here in set 4, 20-14. Burnside will be serving for Sulphur Springs as she sends it over. And Smallwood with a nice effort to get it back over. And Maker not letting it hit the ground. Peyton Hammock tries to catch him off balance with a free pass again. Let's see if number 4 for Pleasant Grove can get it over, but goes right to Peyton Hammock. Castlin Hurley trying to get him with a free pass, but sends it right into the antenna. An impressive effort, no doubt, but will amount to a point for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. The Hawks, they will not go down without a fight here in set 4, as they're not careful. Give a measly 5 more points to the Ladycats. They will have a defeat here as a serving error for number 14. That's Abigail Bonke. Gives another point to the Ladycats. So 21-15 the lead is here in set 4 for Sulphur Springs and their volleyball team over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, as Coach Bailey Dorner and her staff, I'm sure, can smell the victory coming as Lainey Hurst sends it over. And the free pass there from number 2, Kohler. But Paris Pickett sends it over the net, right to Snyder. And goes by Peyton Hammock. Not in a way that she can capitalize on it. So the Lady Hawks volleyball team are really starting to find a rhythm as they have scored 4 of the last 7 points after the Lady Cats were able to score 4 straight. But number 12 serving, that's Liffam. And Dugan tries to get a powerful pass in, but it goes right back to Sulphur Springs, and they have to act quickly to get it back over. And that one looks like it's going out of bounds, and it will be a point for the Lady Cats. So with that, just 3 points away from victory, but a 6-point lead over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. So will be no walk in the park, as again, Pleasant Grove has scored 4 of the last 8 points here in this set 3. As AJ Dodd sends it over the net for the Lady Cats. And Abigail Bumke tries to send it over with some flair, but it goes out of bounds. Another point for the Lady Cats. That is now 2 straight for Coach Bailey Dorner's team, as they are now just 2 points away from victory. If they're able to pull it out, a 4-set victory over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. AJ Dodd set to serve, just narrowly makes it over the net. 12 recovers, gets the ball, and Dodd sends it way back. High and behind the serving line, a point for the Pleasant Grove Hawks. It is back to a 6-point deficit for Pleasant Grove here, as the libero and captain Lexi Snyder is set to serve. She sends it right to Dodd. Hammock with the set, and Ellie Kate Dodd with the serve. Number 14 for Pleasant Grove sends it back over. Hammock sets it up. Is Ellie Kate Dodd able to get the point? She is. Her first point of the night, and it will put the Lady Cats just 1 point away from a 4-set victory over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks here at the main gym in Sulphur Springs. Coach Bailey Dorner can sense it. She's got a big smile on her face, and she usually reserves those for when her team is very ahead. And with that, a serving error from number 2 gives the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks, serving error from Pleasant Grove gives the Lady Cats volleyball team a point and a 25-17 set 4 victory, as the Lady Cats are able to win sets 1, 2, and 4 to beat the Pleasant Grove Hawks in 4. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we get back, we'll talk a little bit more about this scoring, and then we'll send it back to the station. Cool. Honestly, if you even want to do 2, that'd be fine. If you wanted to do 2, that's fine as well. Perfect. And welcome back to the main gym here at Sulphur Springs High School, as tonight we brought to you Lady Cats Volleyball. The Lady Cats Volleyball team, led by head coach Bailey Dorner, hosted the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks today in a non-district matchup between the two teams. The games got underway at 4:30 with junior varsity and freshman teams playing. And then we got to the varsity squads here at 5:30, and it was a nice return for the Sulphur Springs Ladycats. I mentioned a few times earlier in this broadcast that before Friday's match, when they hosted the Edgewood Lady Bulldogs, they hadn't played on their home court since their season opening match on August 10th in a tri-match against North Lamar and Sherman. Their August 24th game versus Quinlan Ford was canceled. So again, last Friday's match was the first time they had played at home in almost a full calendar month, whereas tonight they did not have that same issue. Tonight they played their second straight game on this home court, and for the second straight game they showed nothing but fight in this contest, as they were behind early to start off set one to the tune of about 0-2 to 2-7, but then from there the Ladycats kind of found their footing, and both teams, like a rocking chair, exchanged momentum. One team was able to score 3 points, and then the Ladycats were able to score 3 points, and kind of just back and forth they went until eventually the Ladycats were able to pull ahead and take set one by the tune of a 25-20 score. Set two, however, would be kind of more of the same, but the Ladycats really started off hot and kind of cruised through that momentum all the way to a set two victory at 25-15, and a big set two victory. In fact, 10 of the last 13 points at the end of set two were scored by the Ladycats. Set three, however, was a truly back and forth affair, the longest set of the night, as the Lady Hawks of Pleasant Grove were able to pull ahead due to a lot of errors by the Ladycats volleyball team. But then eventually the Lady Hawks were able to pull ahead and win set three, 25-18 to force set four. And staring down the barrel of defeat, they tried to play with that same intensity they did in set three, but ultimately it was the Sulphur Springs Ladycats who pull ahead and got the victory at 25-17 in set four, and a 4-set victory over the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. So with that, the Ladycats volleyball team's season record improves to 14-10, and then moving forward to Friday's match, the Ladycats volleyball team will be they will be playing in their first district match of the school year on Friday, when they travel to Mount Pleasant to take on the Lady Tigers. Those games will get underway starting with varsity at 4:30 p.m., followed by junior varsity and freshmen at 6 p.m. So a great show of fight here by the Ladycats volleyball team, not only tonight, but on Friday as well, as they have claimed their second straight victory. And again, next up, the Ladycats volleyball team will be in Mount Pleasant when they take on the Lady Tigers in their first district matchup of the fall 2021 season at 4:30 p.m. with the varsity team. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, to tonight's broadcast of the Ladycats volleyball team as they win in 4 sets versus the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks. With your play-by-play, I'm Ross Lipinski. Shooting video, as always, is Doug Haston. And back at the station is our station manager, James Terry. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.